this is what I want to speak to you about today. And so, in order for you to achieve crazy wealth, for every single person here, what do you need to do? Well, this is you now, and you want to get to a place where you have crazy wealth. And in order to get there, what is in between you and that is fundamentally a series of problems and barriers that need to be solved. And the reality is that if you can overcome the problems or the barriers that are in your way, that will give you what you're looking for. You're looking for wealth. And so essentially, in between you and wealth is a series of problems and barriers. But there are actually two types of problems and barriers. And I want to spend a couple of moments speaking about what these are. The first type of barrier that we have is what we call a perceived barrier. The second type of barrier is what we call a genuine barrier. So what's the difference between these and why is it important? Well, the reality is that your time, your money, your resources have limits to them. They're not infinite. And in order for you to solve a barrier or a problem, you need to invest resources in order to fix that problem. What's the problem? Well, if you focus your resources on trying to solve the wrong problem or the wrong barrier, well, you're going to get a bad result. You're not going to get the result that you're actually looking for. There's a couple of examples I want to share. The first one is of a company called Kodak. Now, stick a yes in the comment box if you know who Kodak is. Well, they were founded in the 19th century, and they dominated the photography world for many, many years. I love photography, for those that know me intimately, and I know Kodak. Now, funnily enough, they invented the first digital camera in 1975. But what happened is the management of Kodak, what they decided is that they thought that the shift into digital was actually going to be a threat to their business. So this camera that they developed in 1975, this digital camera, they actually shelved that camera and they shelved anything to do with digital digital photography. And what they did is they doubled down on film. They doubled down on the film business. Well, what happened? Well, shoot forward a few years in the early 2000s, Sony and Canon came out, guns blazing, and they came into the digital world. And what happened? Well, Kodak's market share collapsed and they filed for bankruptcy in 2012. And that was the end of Kodak as we know it. What was the problem? Well, they thought that the problem and barrier they had to solve was protecting the film business, so physical film. And so they dedicated all of their time and resources to solving that, eventually leading to their demise.